automatically put me in the position of the victim, just as every white and male-born person is not automatically an oppressor. Ethnicity, gender, and race are chance factors that, nonetheless, thanks to the narratives that shape society, greatly affect how we view the world and how the world views us. I would not swap a comprehension of how reality is connected to these narratives for an illusion that I live in a colorblind, post-feminist, post-racial, and meritocratic fantasy world. As the irreplaceable Toni Morrison once wrote when addressing the naivete that white women have historically been afforded by virtue of being looked after by women of other ethnic backgrounds, Black women have always considered themselves superior to white women, not racially superior, just superior in terms of their ability to function healthily in the world. What she meant with these provocative words is that even if Black womanhood can make life more challenging, to be a Black woman is nevertheless a blessing, not least because it reduces the risk of a naive and ambivalent attitude to reality. And so what is important about the explorer's hidden view is that it disrupts one-dimensional thinking and contributes to a more vibrant understanding of the world. Black feminists have always stressed that feminist discourses need to be anti-capitalist and anti-imperialist, capitalism being a profit-centered system, and imperialism the means through which the obsession with growth and profit is satisfied. There is no point in smashing the patriarchy, as many Western feminisms claim to do, without fighting imperialism and capitalism. After all, there are no diamonds in European soil. There is no coltan in the USA. The resources that strengthen Western patriarchies are mostly unethically sourced from the global South. Fundamentally, patriarchal rule has also modeled systems of oppression on the violation of the environment, developing a view of feminism as one in which humanity and nature live in a reciprocal relationship is a pressing task in the 21st century. The Western feminist movement is, however, not monolithic, and Sensuous Knowledge draws inspiration from the international women's movement, including figures such as the socialist revolutionary Rosa Luxemburg, eco-feminist Marie Mies, and the many Western activist groups from the suffragettes to women's liberation to Me Too. Although rooted in Black feminism, Sensuous Knowledge speaks to the disaffected mood of the present time and is relevant to anyone who believes that the current Europatriarchal ruling systems are toxic and that we must develop paradigms of thought that instead are enlivening. To rethink ideas that are central to the human mind with an Africa-centered Black feminist sensibility is not to essentialize the ways that African, Black, or female identities have been othered by a Europatriarchal value system. Instead, it is to unearth the subjectivity in these identities because, constructed as they may be, they shape our lives, and so it is important to develop language and knowledge that works for and not against those excluded from the privileges of the status quo. We may speak about knowledge as though it were a neutral term, as though the male perspective on beauty were the same as the female perspective, or as though power could possibly mean the same thing to Black people as a group as it does to white people as a group. And sure, knowledge itself is neither female nor male, Black nor white. But because we typically interpret knowledge production with a white and male bias, women and men and people of different races and ethnicities relate to it differently. To quote Morrison again, narrative is one of the ways in which knowledge is organized. The narrative through which we view knowledge is both the seed and the fruit of the culture it produces. To produce nourishing fruit, we need to plant sublime seeds. And yet we typically try to cultivate a richer harvest with the same old weeds. We impose male norms on women's lives and the American dream on every society.